The discovery of Nova. In the year 2050, humanity had made great strides in technology, but at a great cost. The Earth was dying, polluted beyond repair, and humanity was forced to find a new home. Scientists had spent decades searching for a habitable planet, but all seemed lost. That was until the discovery of a mysterious planet in a distant galaxy. The planet, dubbed Nova, was unlike any other planet ever discovered. It had a breathable atmosphere, and its environment was perfect for human habitation. A team of astronauts was selected to travel to Nova and explore the planet's surface. The mission was led by Commander Jack Hudson, a seasoned astronaut who had been on countless missions. The journey to Nova took 6 months, and during that time, the astronauts spent their days in cryogenic sleep. They were awakened by the ship's AI system, which informed them that they were approaching the planet's orbit. As they descended towards the planet's surface, the astronauts marveled at the planet's beauty. It was like nothing they had ever seen before. The sky was a vibrant shade of blue, and the trees were an iridescent shade of green. The team landed on the planet's surface and began to explore. They soon discovered that the planet was inhabited by a highly advanced alien race. The aliens were humanoid in appearance, but their technology was far beyond anything humanity had ever seen. The aliens welcomed the astronauts and showed them their technology. They had mastered interdimensional travel, and their ships were capable of traveling faster than the speed of light. They had also developed technology that could heal any illness or injury, and their food was far more nutritious than anything found on Earth. The astronauts were amazed by the aliens' technology, and Commander Hudson proposed a partnership between humanity and the aliens. The aliens agreed, and the two races began to work together to build a new society on Nova. The first few years on Nova were idyllic. The humans and aliens worked together to build cities and infrastructure, and they shared their knowledge and resources. But as time went on, tensions began to rise. The humans had brought their own culture and beliefs with them to Nova, and they clashed with the aliens' way of life. The humans were also resentful of the aliens' superior technology and their seemingly effortless ability to manipulate the environment. The tension between the two races came to a head when a group of humans, led by a man named Richard, formed a rebellion against the aliens. Richard believed that the humans should be in charge of the new society and that the aliens should be forced to leave Nova. The rebellion quickly grew in size, and violence broke out between the humans and aliens. Commander Hudson tried to negotiate a peace treaty, but Richard refused to listen. As the rebellion continued, Commander Hudson realized that the only way to save Nova and prevent a war was to find a way to bridge the gap between the two races. He turned to the AI system for help. The AI system, which had been monitoring the situation, suggested that they use a technology that had been developed by the aliens. The technology was called the Mind Link, and it allowed two individuals to share their thoughts and emotions. Commander Hudson proposed that they use the Mind Link to allow the humans and aliens to understand each other better. The aliens agreed to the proposal, and the humans reluctantly followed suit. The Mind Link proved to be a success. The humans and aliens were able to share their thoughts and emotions, and they began to understand each other better. The tensions between the two races began to dissipate, and a new era of cooperation and understanding began on Nova. As the years passed, the humans and aliens continued to work together to build a new society. They created new technologies, explored the planet's mysteries, and formed new friendships and relationships. The humans began to learn from the aliens' way of life, and they adopted some of their practices, such as their deep connection to the environment. Commander Hudson became a beloved figure on Nova, respected by both the humans and the aliens for his wisdom and leadership. Richard and his followers eventually came around and joined the new society, realizing that their rebellion had been misguided. Years turned into decades, and the humans and aliens had built a thriving civilization on Nova. They had created a utopia, where everyone worked together for the common good. They had accomplished what had seemed impossible on Earth, a society where everyone was equal and the environment was valued above all else. As the years went by, the humans began to realize that they had found a new home on Nova. They no longer longed for Earth, as Nova had become their new home, a place where they could live in harmony with the environment and each other. Commander Hudson, who had grown old, knew that his time was running out. He decided to leave a message for future generations, a message that would remind them of the importance of working together and taking care of their new home. He recorded a video message, in which he said, "We humans have a tendency to forget our place in the universe. We think we are the masters of our own destiny, but in reality, we are just a small part of something much greater. We must remember that we are not alone in the universe, and we must respect and care for the environment that sustains us. We have been given a second chance on Nova, let us not waste it." Commander Hudson passed away shortly after recording the message, but his words were not forgotten. They became a mantra for the new society on Nova, a reminder of the importance of working together and taking care of their new home. Years turned into centuries, and the society on Nova continued to thrive. The humans and aliens had formed a new race, a hybrid of the two species. They had created a new civilization, one that valued cooperation, respect for the environment, and the pursuit of knowledge. Nova had become a shining example of what humanity could achieve when it worked together for a common goal. And as the years passed, the humans on Nova looked up at the stars, wondering what other mysteries and wonders the universe had in store for them. However, despite the progress, there were still those who remained skeptical of the partnership between humans and aliens. Richard and his followers refused to participate in the mind link and continued to harbor resentment towards the aliens. One day, while exploring a remote region of Nova, a group of humans stumbled upon a hidden alien facility. Inside, they discovered a weapon unlike anything they had ever seen before. The weapon had the power to destroy entire cities with a single blast. Richard and his followers saw this as an opportunity to take control of Nova. They stole the weapon and plotted to use it against the aliens. Commander Hudson learned of their plan and tried to stop them, but it was too late. Richard and his followers launched the weapon, targeting the heart of the alien civilization. The explosion was devastating. The city was destroyed, and many lives were lost. The aliens were outraged and demanded that the humans responsible for the attack be brought to justice. Commander Hudson knew that if they didn't act quickly, the fragile partnership between humans and aliens would crumble. He proposed a plan to Richard and his followers. They would turn themselves in and face justice, and in exchange, the aliens would agree to a ceasefire and continue to work towards building a better future for all. Richard reluctantly agreed, and he and his followers turned themselves in. The aliens agreed to the ceasefire, and the two races began the long process of healing and rebuilding. In the years that followed, the partnership between humans and aliens grew stronger. They worked together to rebuild the destroyed city and created new technologies that would benefit both races. As for Richard and his followers, they were held accountable for their actions, but they were also given a second chance. They were allowed to live and work among the aliens, and they began to understand the value of cooperation and understanding. In the end, the story of Nova became a symbol of hope for humanity. It showed that even in the face of adversity, people could come together to create a better future for all. And it reminded humanity that no matter how advanced our technology becomes, the most important thing is still the relationships we build with others. Together, the humans and aliens explored the planet's mysteries. They discovered ancient ruins and artifacts that hinted at a rich and complex history. They also encountered new species of flora and fauna that held the promise of new medicines and resources. As the years turned into decades, Nova became a shining example of what could be achieved when different races worked together for a common goal. The planet became a beacon of hope for humanity, and many people left Earth to start a new life on Nova. Commander Hudson watched with pride as the society he helped build thrived. He had made peace with the fact that he would never return to Earth, but he had found a new home on Nova. He was content knowing that his legacy would live on, and that the future was bright for the humans and aliens of Nova. In the end, it was the humans and aliens' ability to overcome their differences and work together that saved Nova. Their partnership had led to the creation of a new world, one that was more advanced, more prosperous, and more united than anyone had ever imagined. As Commander Hudson looked out over the city he had helped build, he felt a sense of peace wash over him. He knew that his journey to Nova had been worth it, and that he had played a small but important role in creating a better future for all.